Hello everyone, this is Sir Jill, and I'm going to share with you some of my builds that I use in PvP, starting with the Warrior. Now, for those of you who don't know, in Guild Wars 2, you don't need to level up to participate in PvP. You can go and join it right after the tutorial. It's a separate system from PvE, and I have found that I participate in that a lot more than the player versus environment lately. So this is my warrior, excuse me, and I'll jump in and show you my build and my thoughts behind it. Now this is the Heart of the Mists. You get here, you can either get here by going to a city called Lion's Arch and using a portal, or you can directly teleport here from wherever you're at by going up to the PvP swords right here. And this that says leave the mists is usually go to the mists, and vice versa. So you can see that it says return to Tyria or PvE. This shows a graph of the games that I've played, games by profession. So that's my Mesmer, that's Elementalist. Oh, I haven't shown any of my Thief yet either. Ranger, Engineer, Warrior, Guardian, Necromancer. As you can see, Mesmer is by far what I've played the most, but my Engineer is rapidly catching up. But I'll talk about those two later. Now the thing is as you're playing PvP, you can work towards reward tracks, win or lose. It goes towards this reward track. Some of them are timed, but you can unlock them permanently if you do the dungeon in PvE. Others you have to unlock in an order. Let's see, to play in an arena, there's this tab that goes to arenas. You can hot join into a solo arena, the leaderboard, and there's team arenas where you need to organize your own team. You can see the map rotations here at the bottom. Some of them were taken out of the team because they were called unbalanced. I don't know why Skyhammer is still in the solo arena. I hear the majority of people do not like Skyhammer. I could be wrong, but somebody please correct me if I am. I personally don't really care for Skyhammer. There's a lot of balance issues for it. Now the game browser right here is used for different PvP matches that aren't official. They're different servers that players can host. Some people do duels, and let's see, I think I had a recently played. One of these is a duel, but nobody's on currently. And the last one is My Custom Arenas. You can make your own arenas, but they cost an amount of gold for time, I guess. I don't know. I haven't paid attention to that too much. But let's see. Every build that you have here is different from your PvE build. You have a separate build as shown here, PvP build. If you click on that, then you have your weapons. You can swap weapons. I don't swap weapons too much. Weapons, it doesn't matter what weapons you have. Like any different type of axe is the same in PvP. They're all stats are equalized. The only changes is the limited amount of equipment that they let you choose, which is all right here. These are sigils. You can have 2 of them. The other ones only take effect if you're using the weapon here in these slots. So I have dual axes right now on my warrior. I have the Sigil of Strength PvP where I have a 60% chance on critical to gain might. Might gives you more damage, and it has a plus 7% critical chance as with a Sigil of Accuracy. Now you can see right here my critical chance is 55%, so I have a 60% chance with a cooldown of 1 second to gain might every time I critical. So I critical pretty often with these dual axes. Then I was using this Rune of Strength. You can see what it gives me there. A lot of power, a lot of might duration, and while I'm under the effects of might, I get plus 7% damage. And then I was using a Berserker Amulet. I have plus power, a lot of power right there, plus 922, which gives you direct increase in damage. Precision is a little less, but that increases your critical hit chance. Vitality is health, and ferocity is critical hit damage for when you score a critical. Now, the thing is you might be wondering, well, how can you take so many hits? You're a warrior that's using a berserker amulet, because this thing isn't meant for taking hits. See, there's plenty of amulets you can choose from. There's soldier amulets, which a lot of people like. A lot more toughness, more vitality, less damage overall due to criticals. But what I went with my warrior is I went with different. I wanted to try something different. I go to traits. Now see, here are my traits. I have 6 in strength, 2 in arms, 6 in defense. Each class is different. And it shows right here what it gets. Each point increases power and condition duration. Conditions are bad effects that you put on enemies. Arms, every point increases precision and condition damage. And defense, it increases toughness and healing for every point. Now, each of these little circles right here, once you hit a point, it gives you benefits such as damage foes at the end of a dodge roll, burst skills restore endurance, get a damage bonus when endurance is not full. For arms, that is chance to cause bleeding on critical hits, so not too much damage, but it stacks and it does more damage. Defense is gain extra armor while your health is above the threshold. Regenerate health based on adrenaline level. And gain power based on your toughness. Now you see adrenaline level, that's this right here. It's a warrior's special mechanic, and they get whatever weapon they have a special move that they can use. Alright, now these are different things that you can use to modify your character a bit further. The top ones, you can use any from the top or below. The middle, you can only use the green ones and below. And then the bottom ones, you can only use the blue. So I'll start with the top. The top, I went with Berserker's Power. It increases damage based on how much adrenaline you have built. So when you have adrenaline stage 3, you get 15% more damage. That's nothing to laugh at. Alright, my next one, I went with Axe Mastery. You gain ferocity while wielding an axe in your main hand, so that gives you more critical hit damage. And then with this, I went a percentage of power is given as bonus to vitality, so I have a bit more health due to all the power that I've gotten. Alright, so with arms, I went with Rending Strikes. You have a chance to cause vulnerability on critical hits. So they have a chance to take extra damage when they have vulnerability. Every stack means 1% more incoming damage. Alright, defense. I put Dogged March for the lowest here. It says incoming movement impeding conditions have their durations reduced. Gain regeneration when you are affected by one of these conditions. So you see, if I get immobilized, crippled, or chilled, then I gain regeneration, which helps regenerate health. Alright, then I put Balanced Stance on the one here. It says you gain stability. It activates Balanced Stance when disabled, stunned, dazed, knockback, pulled, knocked down, sink, float, fear, or launch. On this last one I put Spiked Armor. You gain retaliation when struck by a critical hit. So when somebody hits me with a critical hit for 5 seconds, I reflect incoming damage back to its source. That doesn't mean I don't take any damage. I still take damage with retaliation. Now, you notice I get the regeneration if I hit one of those, and then I have that adrenaline regeneration, health regeneration. There it is. Regenerate health based on adrenaline level. So that's already quite a bit of healing. But then I use this healing signet, and it grants regeneration. Every second I get 377 health, so stack that with this healing from the adrenaline level. That's a good burst of healing right there, and then when I get regeneration, that's even better. So I've also been using the Signet of Might. It improves your power, so you get a bit more damage. If you need to, since not too many people block, you can pop it. You lose that bit of power, but then it makes your attacks unblockable for 10 seconds. It improves precision, more critical chance. When you click it, you gain adrenaline for your special attack. And then this one, it reduces incoming damage. It gives you some toughness. If you use it, you gain stability, which means you cannot be knocked down, pushed back, pulled, launched, stunned, dazed, floated, sunk, or feared. And it also breaks stun, as you can see there. The last one, it says it grants adrenaline through passive. If you use it, you lose the passive, but you gain fury, might, and swiftness. So fury is a 20% critical chance for 30 seconds. Might for 43.5 seconds is 175 power and 175 condition damage. Swiftness for 30 seconds, you get 33% movement speed. So as you can see, this is my build. The way I was trying to make it was a regenerating warrior. So even if I can't take as many hits as someone with more toughness, I can soak up some damage using my regeneration while dishing out a ton of damage. As you can see here, here's my basic attack. Damage 653, damage times 2 times 1306, then damage 2 times 1306, and a final chop for 1399 damage. I'll show you here on this medium target golem. This is kind of an auto attack that plays. When you see a blood splatter, that's a critical hit. So the second attack inflicts vulnerability and does some damage. Vulnerability makes them take a little more damage. You automatically go into attacks. If they try to run, you can use a throw axe. Throw axe does damage and cripples them for 5.5 seconds, was it? Nope, 5 1/4. It means they have 50% less move speed. So, gives you a chance to catch up to them if they're trying to run. Most people don't run, thankfully. This will strike both of your weapons and gain fury. So if you use that, now you have a 20% more chance of critically, as long as your fury is up. Now this is one of my favorites to use, especially when I have a lot of might stacked up. It's Whirling Axe. You have 15 hits and does a good amount of damage. This is a heavy golem, I'll show you here. Especially in group fights when you use that. It's pretty chaotic. People try to dodge out of that. To dodge, you just simply double tap in the direction. You have enough vitality to dodge when it's either halfway, so it takes half a bar. When you dodge, you evade attacks. And this is my warrior build. Let me know your thoughts on it, and I'll show you another build soon. Thank you guys, and I hope you all have a good time.